So someone posted this graph on Reddit earlier, and this is absolutely wild. So basically, each one of these categories, they've looked at like what the true proportion of the population for that demographic is, and like what Americans estimate in blue, like how many people fall in that category. Americans think that 20% of households have an income over $1 million, that 21% of the population, 21% is trans. We think that 27% is Muslim, 27% is Native American, 30% is Jewish, and 30% lives in New York City. They also think 30% of the US is gay or lesbian. Anyway, you can like read up all and down these categories, but like look at how big the gray is, right? Like our understanding of like American demographic reality and the actual objective reality is like, it's just enormous. Like we are fundamentally wrong about like what America actually looks like.
In a viral TikTok, curator Alexandros Mile High goes over a chart that may explain why Americans just can't get anything right. The chart Alex showed is from a survey done by YouGov. The main takeaways from the data were that Americans tend to underestimate minority groups. Like people believing Christians are 58% of the population when they actually sit at 70%. On the flip side, Americans overestimate minority groups, thinking that Indigenous Americans make up 27% of the population when they're really at 1%. The craziest part about this to me is that you see this trend across all minority and underrepresented groups. Race as it pertains to Black people and people of color, non-cisgendered people, non-heterosexualities, immigration status, and income range. The study reports that this particular point is caused by social attributes like the fear of outgroups, the lack of personal exposure, and portrayals in the media. All I can say to that is, yeah, duh. We only need to turn on Fox News or CNN or scroll through any elected Republicans' Twitter feed to see this in motion. The other side loves to weaponize fear, exclusion, and the media to feed their base, promote anti-intellectualism, and oppress marginalized people. I also want to mention that the study had participants from all backgrounds and affiliations, which means we all have work to do in confronting our biases and staying up with the data. However, ignorance becomes very, very dangerous in the hands of the right. Florida's colloquial Don't Say Gay bill, the dozens of anti-CRT and anti-trans bills, and immigration laws are all examples of how the right legislates through ignorance and lies by overly exaggerating the reach and intent of these impacted groups. They transform these small demographics into these growing grotesque forces, things people should be afraid of, and then push out oppressive and repressive laws. This is what Republicans, conservatives, the right have always done. And we keep having to defend the same issues over and over again, lose our freedoms over and over again. It's so exhausting and it's all on purpose. So what do we do about it? First, Democrats, they need to grow a backbone. It's time for them to go on the offensive. The correct information is out there, so they need to call out the GOP for what they really are. Stupid, uninformed, racist, transphobic bigots who are stoking fears to fund their campaigns. Second, data is our friend, and we should be making sure that we all stay connected to the information that centers our work and helps us find solutions. Finally, I want you all to check out YouGov's survey for yourself and let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching Rebel HQ and hit that like button.